Want to share yours quick?
Hey guys.
I'm going to take a second and share. Are you going to share them?
Sure what?
Why not? I think I got this.
We are
Live. All right, hold on. I gotta go back to. All right, guys, hold on.
Nobody's there. Not yet. Waiting for some people.
I don't understand how I can't share it. All right, guys. Waiting for some people.
Yes.
All right, guys. Like, comment, and share. Waiting for some people.
Nobody's coming.
Oh, they will.
Because it's Sunday night.
Come on, guys. We're doing this before it's bedtime. Join us. We have a drink. We have some snacks.
Some snacky booze.
I bought us a surprise today in the store that we can try on here.
Okay.
Super excited. We have to retake this more people. I know. What makes me sad?
We're just gonna have to go and do it.
We have to do it.
Make no money.
But do you want to wait till 2:30 or do you just want to do it now?
2:30. Oh, it's still on.
Okay.
By the time we start talking, it's gonna be 2:30.
Sure. All right, guys. Hey, I'm Steph.
And I'm Steve.
And we are
the Haunty Mooners.
Yes, we are. And tonight we have a topic that we're going to discuss from actually one of our viewers. I'm so excited for this suggestion because just what we are, we absolutely love horror. We absolutely love Halloween. We're very passionate about both of them. And I'm super, super duper excited about this topic tonight. So grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's get this party started. I'm still working on editing, and I'm still working on trying to introduce music onto here, our own, which you might hear some in the background. We do not own any of the rights to the music, so whooshed. I whooshed. But yeah, so please expect that to be coming sometime in the future. Hopefully not too long in the future. But anyways, let's get started. I'm super excited. So what do you want to see first, talk about first? Do you want me to show you what I bought today for us to try? Or do you want to discuss our topic?
I'm trying to look at something right now so we can keep on going on.
So I'm going to grab a drink. So I hope you are doing great today. I hope you're having a great night. It is Sunday. It's probably why no one's on here yet, but that's okay. Was it?
It's a double elevator.
Well, we can discuss. That could be a topic too. Well, not tonight. Okay. Anyway, so
maybe some other time.
Yeah, your dog stinks. All right, so I said your dog stinks. We gave him eggs today. That's not outside.
It's like a skunk.
That does not sound like a skunk.
It's not the good skunk. Bad skunk.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Sure.
Anywho, which one do you want to do first?
Do
you want to do the movies or do you want to do what I bought quickly? We can save that for later. We'll save that for the end. Okay, so tonight's subject was suggested by our friend Juan. I hope he comes on soon. If not, no problem. I hope you'll have a great night anyways. So, do you know what tonight's topic is?
B-rated movies.
Yes.
B-rated horror movies.
What is the best B horror movies we've seen? Do we recommend them? And I'm going to add on there, what do we rate them out of a 10?
Absolutely.
Okay. The first one is
Drum roll, please.
A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. This is the first one that introduced.
It's a B-rated movie.
It is a
Can you
B-rated.
believe it?
It is the first one that introduced Freddy Krueger.
Freddy freaking Krueger.
Did you say Freddy?
Freddy fucking Krueger.
That's right. Freddy Krueger. For those who don't know Freddy Krueger, I'm so sorry. You need to do your homework and go watch it.
You
Okay?
do not know horror at all, I guess. If you don't know Freddy.
I'm just saying.
One of the top OGs.
This is the first one, and Johnny Depp was in this. Wasn't he laying in the bed and listening to his music?
Blood just up to the ceiling.
That was probably like my best part. And then Dina, like the girl wakes up in school, and she looks in the hallway, and the body bag's just like dragging across, and then it's like it sits up, Dina. That's great. And then, oh my god, the one my brother cracks up is Woody's like running down the street, and his arms stretch out, and he's like super. So
that's the original one where he goes like this in the shadow. You can see his claw in the shadow.
Yes, I love that. So I know he's not your favorite, but he is our favorite altogether, just not our top. What would you? Would you recommend this movie?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you are just starting horror, or you've been in horror and you haven't seen it, absolutely go to. There's like, what, 10 of them?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
It's a good series to watch. And we will talk more about the second one later.
Yes.
It's on the list. But.
What would you rate this movie at? Out of 10, what would you rate it?
It's the original. I'm rating it 9, 10.
You want to do 9.5?
9.5.
Okay, so 9.5, and I would have to agree. I think it still had the cheesy aspect of being a B movie and like the first introduction of Freddy Krueger.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously it goes up from there, but there were a couple ones that were.
And young Johnny Depp in it too. So
yeah, so I mean that amped it out. No, isn't that also the one where the boyfriend was with the girlfriend and she wakes up and she gets drugged to the ceiling and she gets slashed? Or was that the next one we're discussing?
That was the second one.
Okay, so completely forget what I just said. So.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Anyway, so I'd have to rate that also a 9.5. First of all, it's Robert fucking Englund.
Robert fucking Englund.
The man is a genius. I'm sorry, yes.
You can't replace him as a Freddy.
No, but I give props to the guy that did the new one. Yeah. He tried. I mean, obviously, it was a big role to fill.
There was a lot of CGI too.
Yeah, but it was. That was definitely a great movie as well. I mean, it's not the classic, but come on. All right, moving on. Did you see this movie? It is number 2 on our list. Basket Case.
Basket Case.
Basket Case. Did you see it?
I have. I believe I have seen it. Yes.
I have seen it. It was a twin, and he had his twin removed, and it was like a. And they stuffed him into a basket. He's like messed up, and he's like a monster-esque. I don't think that's the word I'm trying to use right now, but it's similar to that.
No, I can't remember. I can't remember that one.
No. Okay, so this was absolutely the cheesiest movie. If I had cheese nips, I'd hold them fuckers up because it was cheesy, but it was a good cheesy. It's one of those cheesy movies where you want to be scared, but because it's something different. Like I don't know, it was weird. So you just laugh your ass off. Yeah. You're like not interested in it.
No, I've seen movies like it. So.
Would I recommend it? I don't want to say yes. This is not a movie I think you should go out and buy. I've seen worse.
there's nothing else on TV, then watch it.
Yeah, that would be my last resort. Would I recommend it? I think everyone should see it maybe once and then take your opinion off of it. I would probably give this a 2 because I've seen worse. I know. It was definitely a 2 out of 10. So moving on to another one.
Friday the 13th.
Yes, and Basket
1980.
Case. Yes, and Basket Case came out in 82. Sorry, so this was 1980. Right. 1980. So this is the first introduction of Jason.
Yeah, Friday the 13th.
Jason Voorhees.
This is where he drowns and
yes,
see the campers and all that stuff. Yeah,
his mom was still alive.
Well, yeah, she's the one that came back and slaughtered all the kids.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But it goes along with what I already said with Nightmare on Elm Street. Are these bees? No, they shouldn't be bees, but at the time they were bees.
Right.
And if you're a horror fan, it is on the list.
Right.
It's one of the top 5 serial killers.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, not necessarily serial killers, but yeah, the horror
killers. Yeah,
the thriller killers. Ooh, thriller killer. I like that.
Yeah, so I'm giving it like 9.5 because it's the original.
9.5. Okay.
The original, you can't really beat an original.
You can't. However, there was one movie, I forget what it was. The second one was actually better than the first one, believe it or not.
Yeah, there's some.
I cannot recall it off the top of my head right now.
We're going to be talking about
the one, yeah. Okay, so you said the thriller killer, the Nightmare on Elm Street. How was he able to be killed?
Fire.
Was it fire, or did you have to bring him back? Some had to bring him back, and even then you can't kill him because he's in your dreams.
He's not. You can't kill him.
He's in your dreams, which
they stop dreaming and he goes away, but he comes back whenever his name gets brought up. So.
Right.
And that's just like Jason.
Right. Yep.
You know, he's afraid of water, but he can't be killed by water.
Absolutely.
He was already killed by water. So
right.
That's why he's afraid of water, and you can't kill him. They put him to rest, and then
he came back. Yeah. There's one Jason movie I could not stand.
Don't have sex around him.
No, don't be stupid. Kids, don't be fucking stupid. No glove, no love. But don't do it at a summer camp. And what is up with that? Every year after that, right? They're like, I'm sorry. they keep going back to the. They keep going back to the camp. Why are you that stupid? That's your death wish.
Let's go to Camp Crystal Lake. It'll be fun. No, let's not and say we did. I'd like to live another day.
Don't be grumpy pants tonight.
I'm not being grumpy.
You're like, put your pen away.
You're about to stab me in the eye a couple times. I'm like, hey, watch you. Like, sorry. Because you talk with your hands, you're Italian.
I would. Oh yeah, the one that I could not stand was Jason in Space. I thought that the concept was stupid. I thought the concept was stupid.
I liked it.
No, I could not get behind that one. I'm sorry. And listen, lady, you see a dead, frozen thriller killer right there. You're going to open it, and he's holding a machete. What do you think's going to happen when you thaw him out?
It was actually a guy. He was a stoner kid.
No, it was a girl.
That stoner kid.
It was. Yeah, but she was standing right there, and like, oh yeah, it was him.
He got his arm cut off.
See, I don't even like it that much. I can't even recall it. But anyways, would you recommend this movie?
Absolutely.
Me too, and I would also have to give it a 9.5.
There's about fucking 10 of them too. So.
True. So, which one would you like better? Which one would be? Like I said, he's also. So you're Krueger more than Jason.
Absolutely. Jason's like my bottom. Yeah.
Okay, fair. The next one. This scared me and terrified me as a freaking kid. Something happened in my real life that I became terrified of these. And then my brother would terrorize me with this movie. So he'd put it on and be that older brother. You know how they are.
I'm definitely not terrified of anything.
Well, not that. Anyways, the next one is
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
from 1988.
1988.
Okay, this one, I'm automatically just gonna say I'm gonna have to give this a 9.5.
Absolutely.
It's cheesy.
But it's done right.
Yes. I love the cotton candy people, the cocoons. I freaking love the
There's
cotton
probably
candy.
a lot of
cocoons.
people. I mean, this is one that you either love or you hate.
Yep, I absolutely.
If you don't like clowns, you're not gonna like it. But give it a chance anyways because it's a good movie.
But also coming, I'm not picking my nose. I'm sorry, I have an itch. I'll even put sanitizer on. Also coming from the 1988 aspect, I thought just
it's the 80s.
Just how, their CGI, their props. Most of it was props. Obviously, pew, pew, that's going to be the CGI. But I thought that was. I thought that was well done. I love the popcorn. I mean, the masks in general. I thought that was done so creatively and freaky. And then the big one at the end. Oh no, Linda, I don't got time for that. No, I would rate that a 9.5. What would you rate it? 9.5. And did this ever scare you as a kid?
No.
Would you recommend this movie?
Absolutely.
I recommend it as well. And I think for those who are terrified of clowns, just watch it. It'll be all right. I mean, you're going to be scared shitless, but it's okay. It's a great movie. Moving on. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. You want to talk about cheese? This is from 1978.
I couldn't watch it.
I
started watching it and I turned it off.
It's like, I hate to use this pun and I hate to use the saying, it's like a bad train wreck where you're rubbernecking, you just can't stop and you need to keep going. This movie is put in that category. It is just.
I couldn't do it.
It's one where you want to look away, but you cannot. You physically cannot look away. It's just. I think it's better. Ooh, excuse me. I think it's better, definitely, than Basket Case, but it's still very cheesy. Just rolling tomatoes. What are you gonna do? Smush the tomato and say ketchup?
I couldn't deal with it.
I'm gonna have to give it.
I don't think I ever finished the movie.
I'm gonna have to give it a 2.
Yeah.
This is also a 2 on RB horror movies. Would you recommend it?
No.
I would say yes, because I think everybody should watch these movies at least once.
Everybody should be painfully watching.
Well, this is our opinion. What we don't like, they might absolutely love.
Not that movie.
I mean, you could have some tomato fans.
If you absolutely love tomatoes and you love killing people, then sure.
Oh, I love sauce, but I don't like this movie. I'm sorry. No, not in some. I mean, no. All right, the next one is
The Evil Dead.
1981.
1981.
Okay.
Asher.
Is it Ash?
Yeah, Ash. It's Asher, isn't it? Ash.
Go ahead, give us your opinion.
I mean, for the budget and what they went through,
it's Ash.
It's Ash. Okay. So, but what they went through, I mean, it was an awesome movie. 1 and 2.
Yes.
So, it just, like I said, it was a low budget film. Like, they came out with the new Evil Dead.
Right.
Same director.
Oh, was it?
Same director, yeah.
Okay.
But now, I think back in 81, they only had a couple 100,000 for everything. This new one, they had a couple 100 million. So there's obviously it's done better, but you don't have
Ash. supposed to know this. I'm sorry, guys. It's off the top of my head. Is it a B? Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the new one didn't have the legend Bruce Campbell in it, so.
No, it was actually played by a female.
By a female.
Yes.
Now she killed the part. Don't get me wrong.
Intended.
Yeah, well, yeah, no point intended. It was a great movie, the new one, but it's not the original.
Oh.
I recommend definitely watching the original.
What would you rate the original?
I'm going for 9.5.
9.5. I would also have to second that, but I also heard that it was a low budget. Obviously, the first one, as you said, I'm gonna piggyback that they low budget. However, they didn't think it was going to do as good as it was, and it actually turned around. Right, and it went from a flop to this great movie that they were not expecting to be that big. And like he was pointing out, yes, they made the newer one. Was it a couple years ago?
Mm-hmm.
A couple years ago, she killed it. Yes, it was gory. It was definitely bloody. It was creepy. The girl, it was cool.
Yeah.
And when she did it, it felt like you were doing it. It was just weird. Which I don't recommend that. Please do not do that. Disclaimer. Don't do stupid shit.
The chick saw on her face with the glass.
Yeah. Oh, she got in there too. She's like giving herself some home tattoos. Oh no, they call that branding. No, body mod. She was
fetish at that point.
And then the way she took the top of the toilet was bashing her boyfriend's head in. No, was he doing it to her? Oh, sorry. It is a great movie. Okay, so the first one,
same director, so I give him props.
I did not realize it was the same director. I would have to give this also a 9.5. I thought this was well done. The Evil Dead, obviously originals. I would definitely recommend it. Absolutely.
Skeletons running through the grave.
I highly recommend it.
Absolutely.
The next one, the 7th one on our list, they're coming to get you, Barbara. 1968.
Night of the Living Dead.
First of all, before we even recommend and rate and stuff, how did we go from a zombie that's super slow? It takes them like 1 minute to get
super steroid zombies that are running fast and they can think and.
But not just that, they went from just eating brains,
super slow. You could run around in circles around them.
To now, God,
there are still people dying. Karens. I blame Karens. Run, Karen! Run! I'm gonna tell this thing off. Right, and she dies. Great.
Wait, what? Okay. What if you were Karen? What would you tell the zombie? If you were Karen, what would you tell the zombie? And guys, this is our page. It's all for fun. Don't put rude comments. This is all for fun. What would you say if you were Karen nowadays to the zombie coming to you?
You're on my property. You're on my property.
I'm calling the police.
Oh my God, you're getting blood everywhere. Why are you moving so slow? Pick up your feet.
You're making too much noise out here.
She's dead. I'm running past going, ha ha, I got Karen.
She starts to get bit. Ow, that hurts. I'm calling the police. Stop touching me. Stop touching me.
You're harassing me.
Okay, back to the list. All right, so we're doing Night of the Living Dead. This is the black and white one first. What would you recommend this movie?
9.5. You gotta give it.
First.
Gotta give it props. It's the first zombie. Literally, my dad, rest in peace, he said that him and his brothers walked through the woods to the drive-ins to watch this debut.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, in the drive-ins. They watched it and had to walk through the woods home in the dark. They said they were running. Oh, they heard a little noise and they're running through the woods. My dad said that he got home, opened up the Bible, and read the Bible front to back. He was scared to death.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
And just imagine back
But
then.
look what the time period. I mean,
Right, but back then that's so terrifying. They weren't used to that. Oh my god! Now I do have to admit,
1968. I mean, could you imagine this is first time introducing
Right.
zombies?
Right, and I do have to admit where I used to live in Millersburg, but there's a big cemetery there. I would go running or walking through there, so I'd have them on, and then there was this app. It was like Run Zombie Run or something. So it would be quiet. You can listen to music in this point of view, and then all of a sudden your music would dead stop, and you would hear, like you'd hear a zombie, and you'd hear footsteps. And now I'm in a cemetery by myself. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm looking. Oh hell no! I'm too short. I'm too big to be running. No,
Not tonight.
not today, Junior. But I'm terrified. Listen, if there's ever a zombie outbreak, think of it this way. Hell no, I'm fine if they're walking like just okay. But
them new ones that are like super fast, they can run faster than me.
Oh hell
No.
You know what we should do if that's the case? We should get a bunch of rope and like tie it to trees so when they start running, they go face plant. I'd be okay with that. I'm just saying, but yeah.
I'm saying like barbed wire running across trees.
I mean,
so
you know,
splits them in half.
You know, I'd be okay with that. Yes, I thought this was a phenomenal
Phenomenal.
movie.
He talked tonight.
I definitely give this movie a 9.5 as well. Would you recommend it?
Absolutely. It's the original.
Okay. Moving on to number 8. This one scared the living shit out of me. This was 1996.
Oh.
Scared the shit out of me. And at
just
this,
watched this for the first time a couple weeks ago.
This I had to show it to them. This movie had me terrified to go to this place. The gore factor, I mean, okay, it was a little bloody. There's a couple scenes where it's like you can hear and you just feel like you're there. So it terrified me as a child. I hated to go there. This movie is The Dentist. This movie is about a man who is a dentist and he owns his office and he's got a couple ladies in there, and then his wife is having an affair with the pool guy. Of course, that's typical movie. You know, here's one thing that bugs me before I continue about horror movies. Okay, I don't want to see the affair stuff. I want to get to the gory. I want to get to bloody. I want to get to knock my socks off. It's just like, holy shit. Now that is a horror movie. I want to see something where I can't go to sleep at night. I don't want to see teenagers having sex. I don't want to see this person doing that. I mean, to each his own, but I want a good horror scare movie. That's what I want. But this movie, she's having an affair. So what does he do to her? He takes her on their anniversary into a secret room in his office and he rips all her freaking teeth out. He's not numbing her and and then the cops find her and she's like this and blood's everywhere. And I think she had like maybe 1 or 2 teeth.
And her gums are
they were swollen and nasty. For your first time seeing this, what did you think? What was your opinion?
Raunchy. No, it's not horror to me.
No,
but it's scary.
It had some gore.
The scary factor is if that would happen in real life, that would suck.
Could it happen in real life?
Absolutely. What I mean, everybody has their breaking point.
True.
You know, you find your.
Which please don't do that, guys.
You find
seek help.
You know, you find your wife, and that's all you know, and she's doing somebody else, and just he snapped and lost it, and then he started getting that killing feeling, and kept on going until he got caught. So,
would you recommend this?
Also true. Absolutely. I think you should definitely watch it at least once.
Yes. What would you rate this movie?
It's not an original. I mean, I guess it is, but it's not.
I want to say there's something before it, but I don't think so.
I'm saying about 5. That's.
It's one of those movies where it's not my favorite. It is one of my least favorite movies.
It's definitely a train wreck.
But it's one of those movies that's stuck in your head. You know, when you're connected to something, you're like, I don't know, it's a weird movie.
Connected.
Don't ever cheat on me.
Connected. I'm connected in some way. When he goes to sleep, I'm gonna rip
Don't
his
ever
teeth
cheat on me.
out. I won't ever cheat on you.
Then don't worry about it. You have all your teeth.
Oh, well, I don't have all my teeth. So good luck.
He's got summer teeth. No, but
Summer hooters, all that.
I still love you. I just kiss you between the holes.
Looks good this one.
But anyways, I'd probably rate this a 3.
Ooh, you gave it worse than me.
It's one of those movies that I can't get out of my head, and I wish I could, but I can't. So you gave it a 5, and I gave it a 3.
Nobody.
You know what?
Crickets
That's
out of it.
okay, guys. Well, let's see if somebody posted something on Facebook. Because usually that's what they do. No. That's okay, guys. We're going to keep going anyways. If you watched it live, put live. If you're watching it replay, please put replay. Oh, the next one.
Puppet Master,
The
1989.
first one.
Very first one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a horror classic, so got to give it the 9.5.
Which puppet was your favorite? I like the guy that had the drill on his head. He was like a big macho man. He had the drill on the head, and I also like the original one. He had like the little hat and black jacket. He had like the big eyes. You don't remember? Okay. Okay. So
A long
let's
time since I watched it.
Puppet Master. Oh, they came out with a new one in 2018, guys. I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Interesting.
Yeah.
19.
Oh, yeah, the black and white. Okay. Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Alright, guys, here they are. Here's the Puppet Master. I don't know if you can see them. There you go. I love the guy with
Where's
the
the
drill.
one?
Oh, I thought he was a big guy.
Oh,
He's
this
a
one
little
here.
head. Yeah, there's the
First one.
original.
Yeah.
He has a hook on his hands.
Yep.
And you have the guy beside him. And then that's what I was talking about, the guy with the drill. And then the big guy with the little head. You know who he reminds me of? The guy on Beetlejuice.
But the
Well, the guy
little
had a
shrunken
regular
head.
body. Yeah. You cannot deny it because, yes, it does. Guys, where's everybody at? But anyways, what would you rate this movie and would you recommend it?
Yeah, like I said, 9.5. It's a classic. It's one of the horror classics.
It's one of those things where you have dogs and you like don't want to piss them off.
Right. I'm surprised Chucky wasn't on that list.
No. Or
Yeah.
Sleepaway Camp, which if you've never seen Sleepaway Camp, the cheese factor is there, but I love that movie. Movies. Next one is, this is from 2005. Sorry guys, it was 2005. The Gingerbread Man. This movie was freaking stupid. The cheese factor, it's another one of those movies where you cannot stop watching, but you're like, all right, I have to see the I have to see what happens next. I have to see if he does this. It was stupid. I don't want to say I recommend it. I do recommend it. I think everyone should see it once. So you guys are on a table right now. I do believe everyone should see it one time and you make your own opinion. I'm not really a fan of it. I would have to probably rate this. Oh, man. Hold on. I'd probably have to rate it a 2. It's. You said you never saw this one?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, the next one is 11 on our list. So we have a total of 16 tonight, and then we're going to also do another video then with more. So I'm super excited. This one's a fun one. All right. The next one is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, 1988. This was a year after we were born.
Who hasn't seen Elvira?
You'd be surprised. A lot of people haven't.
Used to be my dad's like late night girlfriend.
Everybody's seen all that. I own the movies too. What would you rate the movie, and would you recommend it? I loved her car. I loved her car, and I loved that spooky house. I just
Well, she used to
love
do
spooky.
the where she would sit there and show
The movies,
movies
yeah.
too.
I have that
Right.
one too.
Right. They're all cheesy. They're all.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like one of those like we've already talked about. You start watching, you're like, oh, what's going to happen next? And
Right.
then all of a sudden you've been watching for an hour, and you're like, well, I got to
You're
keep
invested.
on going now. So
Yeah.
I can't give it that high.
Really? Well,
Probably like a 7.
and it's not even scary. It's not even horror aspect. I think it's more Halloweenish.
Right. I mean, that's what it is. It's the Halloween time. It's
It's like a Halloween fun movie. You said 7?
I'd say 7. Yeah.
I would probably also have to give it a 7 as well. Like I said, I love the car. I love the fact that she inherited this house. The dog, when she dies it, I just
Right.
I freaking loved it. It was great. But yeah, it wasn't horror. I don't know why it's on this list. It was definitely Halloween aspect. How she dressed, the whole theme. It
Like you
was
said, horror because it's Halloweenish. It's,
yeah, but it's not a horror to me.
there's a couple of them that are horrors. But.
Yeah. Moving on. Yes, we would recommend it. Okay.
Toxic Avenger.
Oh, yeah. 1984, guys. If you've never seen this movie, it's about a janitor that's getting bullied at a gym, I believe. And I think at school, but I'm not sure. I think it's just the gym. But he's a janitor. He's dorky, thin, tiny, and geeky. And they push him over a ledge, and he lands in waste outside.
Toxic waste.
But he was wearing a tutu. He was wearing a tutu because when he comes back as the Avenger, he has ripped shorts, ripped shirt, a tutu, like one big bulging eye. He was kind of green, and
It was a mess.
So this is one of those definitely B cheesy movies. I mean, so you got it is bedtime. It is you have the creepy scary factor, and then all of a sudden they make it into this spoof, and I definitely would recommend it. I would probably give this an 8. Just because of the time factor, it being 88 and I love the cheese factor in this one. I'd give it an 8.
You definitely need to watch it because it's one of those movies you need to watch. But she gives it an 8. She's generous. I'm saying about a 5.
Okay. Which is fair. That's yours.
It's very cheesy.
What did you not like about it?
The tutu. It doesn't really. I know he was getting bullied and he had a tutu on, and it's just. Come on. You're coming back for revenge. Why are you wearing the same?
Yeah, that I didn't understand. And then he marries a girl that's blind, and it's. Oh my gosh.
The bulging eye.
And the pecs. Mm-hmm. But, okay. So moving on to number 13. Hold on. Let's write notes. Okay, so the next one is
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974.
Yes.
It's an oldie, but definitely goodie. I'm just going to go ahead and rate that at a 9.5 because it's the original and it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's real, folks.
I think it was Ed Gaines.
Based on true events.
I think it was based on Ed Gaines. He lived in Texas. Here's my kicker. If you're not from Texas in that time era, even now, when you're driving and you see someone like that walking down the side of the road in the movie, would you pick them up?
No.
I'm not the personal guys, but
back up and run his ass over.
It's just weird. And then
he's got skin on his face.
And then you're like, oh, we're gonna run to this house and get help. What part about this house is appealing and inviting and warm?
No, they're all crazy. Every one of them. Every one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies they made, mm-hmm. They all have the good aspect to it. Mm-hmm. It's worth watching.
Yes.
It's good.
Mm-hmm. I do like the newer one.
The one where he's a kid. You see
Now,
the one?
I did not see that one.
Leatherface.
That
It's
is.
called Leatherface.
I didn't see that one. We're gonna have
So
to
they-
watch that.
Yeah, they go and they show where he came from and where it all started.
No, I saw the one where his cousin realized she was adopted, and then she went and saw that that's his cousin, her cousin, and then at the
Right.
end at the factory,
I
then
love that. Yeah.
she had to take care of him then.
Right. But she was already,
Right.
she was okay with it.
Like
It's like the
okay.
psycho kicked in. But, yeah, I can't believe you didn't see the
I didn't. When did that come out?
year or two ago. 3
I
years ago, something like that.
That was not a good time in my life. I did not see it. Probably not. No, I did not. But
it was good. It was good. It was kind of drawn out.
the series or just that episode?
No, just that movie.
Right.
That movie. It was because it was the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's got to tell you the story leading up to it before any kills happen, and it took a minute to get there, and then it got there. So.
Well, here's my opinion on it. You know how we said the first one's always better than the sequel? I am in love with what they do now. Like back then in that time frame, yes, it was scary, but however, now it's like, but when you look at the ones now, the gore, the one where he's pulling the guy, the young kid, or it was a young teenage guy, down the hall, down the steps, because like here's the kitchen, he pulls him down the basement, down the basement, and his nails like chipping off.
Is that the new one, or is that the one with Jessica Biel in it?
It's the one with Jessica Biel in it, and it was
like that one.
good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and her boyfriend, she goes to get him, and he's like back on the hook, and it's so gross. Oh no, her boyfriend, and she took his face. I'm sorry.
And then you talked about that other new one, where she finds out that they put that together really good too.
I thought it was okay. It was good. I honestly thought he was gonna kill her at one point, but then I won't give away details if you haven't seen it. It ended good.
I thought
it was a good ending.
I thought she was gonna die too.
Right.
Yeah, but it's still the original.
Sorry.
You can't beat the original. You can try your hardest. You know, movies are made better. They're scarier, but still, it's
right. Now he's also put in. Leatherface is also put into the category of thriller killers. Now, you said Jason was on the bottom, Freddy Krueger was up there. Where would you put Leatherface? Because I agree with what you said so far with those two.
Leatherface is top 10.
But is he higher than Krueger or less than Krueger?
He's less than Krueger.
Alright, so you say like 3? Like ballpark.
I said top 10.
Okay, top 10. Okay. Alright, well, I would have to say, you said 9.5. I'm going to have to give it a 7 just because, I mean, it was definitely good, but I prefer the ones now. The next one, number 14 on our list.
The Hills Have Eyes, the original.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm tired too. I'm ready to stop this thing.
The Hills Have Eyes, 1977.
The original Hills Have Eyes. Most people haven't seen it because they've seen the new Hills Have Eyes, which is creepy as shit, and that shit could really happen. I think that it is based on.
I think it's based on a true story. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which terrified me.
It's creepy. Creepy. Yeah. Could you imagine taking a detour, pop a tire, you're stuck out there, and people are picking you off and eating you?
But I wouldn't do what those people do. I sure as hell would lock the door. I'd sure as hell get a weapon. I wouldn't get out of the door.
No, you've seen them. They're fucking vicious killers.
I know, but my ass is not going out there. My ass is, I can't run that far anyways.
Well, they can get in. That's what I'm saying.
I have to sneeze. Go ahead. Excuse me. So, thank you. So, would you recommend this movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
I say yes because I believe everybody Whether we think it's crappy or not, I believe everyone should watch horror movies at least once so they can get their own opinion. What you're hearing from us is our opinions. You may absolutely love the Killer Tomatoes. You would absolutely love
the guy in the original Hills Have Eyes.
It's the same guy.
Yeah.
He's a good actor. Like I've
Yes,
seen
he was
him do
in-
talking roles, and
What was that other one that we saw? Oh, Weird Science. He was in.
yeah, he was. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, all right. So we're gonna leave The Hills Have Eyes. What would you rate it? I said yes to recommending.
7.
I would probably have to give this a 3. I was a 3 just because you nailed that on the head. You said it was based on true events. So just that factor alone makes it more scary than what it is.
That's why I gave it a 7.
Number 15 on our list.
Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge,
This is
1985.
So, what's your take on it?
Sucks. It's the worst Freddy. I mean, it doesn't suck,
I don't think it's the worst
but
Freddy.
it's the worst Freddy.
I've seen crappier ones. I saw one that's, I don't want to say crappy.
It's a guy.
In the franchise.
It's a guy portraying Freddy killing people. It's not even Freddy himself, but it's Freddy controlled. I don't know.
Right.
It's just, I watch it. I still watch it. Every time it's on, I watch it. But it's just, I don't know. It's the worst one. You still have to watch it. I'm still giving it like an 8 because it's still Freddy. It's still watchable. Like I said, every time it's on, I watch it. So
I probably have to agree with that, but I think I'd have to rate it a 7. Probably
I
a
was
7.
going to say 7. I give it 1 up.
Probably 7. Not my favorite. Definitely the first one my favorite. And there's a couple of other ones in there that are downhill, but it's still good.
Still watchable. It's still Freddy.
Oh, yeah. And then for tonight, our last movie on our list is number 16.
The Blair Witch Project. 1999. Believe that?
Now, I read.
Getting old.
We actually, as soon as we watched it, back then in the 90s, you're like, believe in everything you read. So you read that, I don't know, a tree came. Well, trees are alive, but, it grew feet and it started to run away. You're like, what the hell? Fun that? Like, you're just freaking out. So we watched.
That's I remember first watching The Blair Witch in 99.
We actually looked up to see if that was all real.
It freaked the hell out of me. And it is real.
It is, but you know what part creeped me out the most? When they're in the tent. Now, I read that when that tent scene, when they're in there.
Shit actually happened.
Yes, they did not tell the actors because they wanted their real life.
Yeah, fuck that.
Reaction.
Fuck that.
Could you imagine at 3-something in the morning, try to get some sleep, and all of a sudden.
Oh, and you think it's the cast.
Right.
So you're like, oh, not playing no mind. And no one tells you, no, I'm not dying on a roll. Sorry. Pay me what you owe me. I'm out of here.
How about? And then, you see the house in the middle of in the woods. You hear shit on the outside. It's like 4 or 5.
Which one's the one where they're actually in the house?
The first one.
Staying in there. No, it's the second one.
I saw the second one once. I can't remember because it wasn't done.
It's like they actually go to the house and they're living in the house.
I think it might have been the second one.
They're camping in the house and then they shit starts going crazy.
I think it was that one.
I mean, really crazy. I like the second one, too.
I would highly recommend this movie.
Absolutely.
The scare factor is real because
plus, you got to see the big boogie bubble, the big schnot bubble. Right on the camera.
Just the fact that in 99 somebody thought, right? Here's the thing. I've always been told follow the river. You found the river and you want to get out of there, fucking follow the river.
Yeah, but they did, and then it was flowing the wrong direction, and then it went a river flows one, and that's it.
I thought for the fact that it was such a we do not own the rights to the music. The fact that it was such the creep factor.
Even so, you're stuck out there. Okay.
Right.
You keep on walking straight, it's coming out somewhere.
Absolutely.
It's coming out somewhere. Them woods are not that big.
Aren't you supposed to follow the sun too?
When it's at its highest, yeah.
So what the hell? I'm just saying, like.
I think they were following the sun, but it was traying in different directions.
Oh, okay.
Like the woods were playing tricks. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Doesn't make sense.
I recommend the movie highly. What would you recommend, and what would you rate this movie?
Definitely recommend. It's the Blair Witch Project.
Right.
And it's based on true events. And give it an 8.
I give it a 9.
Okay.
Just because of the time factor. In 99,
1999.
I probably have to give it a 9. You said 8. Okay. So far, our highest movies on our list that we rated the best was the first on Nightmare on Elm Street. Obviously, it was a 9.5. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, 9.5. Night of the Living
Friday
Dead.
the 13th, 9.9.
Yeah. Night of the Living Dead, 9.5. Texas Chainsaw, 9.5. And then the ones that we thought.
The Master, 9.5.
Thank you, I forgot that one.
There's 2.
So the ones that we were recommending, I'm going to recommend all of them. The ones that we just, it's not really, we saw it, okay. Basket Case, which is at 2. The Gingerbread Man, which is also at a 2.
Dentist.
The Dentist, which is at a 3. You gave it a 5. I am surprised. You shocked me with that.
It's like it's because my first time watching. I didn't get ruined by it yet.
I am ruined by it.
The Gingerbread
I am
Man.
ruined by it. And I need to go to the dentist. And you know what? That's just not happening.
You gave the Hills Have Eyes 3, which is.
I'm sorry. However, I love my horror and I love my Halloween.
Absolutely. If you like horror, you like Halloween, check out everything that we just discussed on the list because it's at least worth watching one time.
And that was only 16 of them. We're definitely going to rate more because I liked this segment. I thought this was something different. We still had fun. Which, by the way, I must show you what I found. Okay, so I was born in February 87.
I was born in December of 87.
So I'm a little bit of a cougar. It's okay.
10 months. So.
You call me old all the time, so I don't want to hear that nonsense. Hi guys, I don't know who is watching, so if you can see us, please let us know who you are. You just missed our
the end of the segment.
Yeah, you're gonna have to rewatch it. It's okay. We still love the fact that you guys are here. Like, share, comment. You just missed our B horror movies that we've seen, we recommended, and we rated. It was 16 of them. We're going to do another segment with more of those movies. We thought that was, I actually enjoyed that. I enjoyed that suggestion.
Absolutely.
Because I like to know.
Juan gave us a good idea.
Yes, thank you, Juan. That is awesome. There's
Juan.
Juan.
Yeah, Juan, what's up?
All right, so let me just give you a rundown. So we did 16 of them. The first one is A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984. We both gave it a 9.5, just because. A Basket Case. Yeah, I know. Okay, he said you got to go back, but there's 16 of them. I'm so excited. But we're gonna end this segment with something that I found at the store today. I'm so excited. I was born in 87, him too. I'm a little older than him, but the nostalgia was real when I saw it. Okay, you ready for it? Dunkaroo icing. Look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's going to be so delicious.
I'm not as thrilled as she is, but
you can tell I didn't open it yet. Oh, I'm so excited.
lack of sleep will do this to you.
I'm so tired. Oh my god.
Wow, Dunkaroos.
Listen, I'm pulling from right here and the little tabby's right here. Yes. So I was at the Dollar Tree with my mother-in-law in Mannheim, and I saw this. Look at the sprinkles. Ready? It smells like vanilla, but it smells like Dunkaroos.
Dunkaroos.
So I have vanilla wafers, and we're going to try it.
Just plain old vanilla wafers.
You guys have no idea the nostalgia. You remember the little cups? And you had the cookies, and you had the little icing. And you tried.
Yeah, well, tell them that when you got a Dunkaroos not too long ago, it didn't taste the same.
Sucked. It sucked. We'll get into that. But like back then, you would take the cookie. I would take the cookie, just dip a little bit of icing, eat it, and then at the end, where there's no cookies, there was a shit ton of icing. Slurp that up. Oh, so good. But the Dunkaroos nowadays, ugh. Rex, you want a cookie? Our dog likes. I love vanilla wafers. You were supposed to wait for me.
Okay.
Alright, guys. So that's what it looks like.
That's the original.
Ready? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I don't know if the other Dollar Trees have it. The one in Mannheim, it's Dunkaroos, Betty Crocker, vanilla frosting. Phenomenal. Oh man. Oh my god. It's so good I can't even get it in my mouth. So good. Oh my god. Whoa. I'm not going to do it. This is so good. I just want to take a spoonful. This is just like the one from when we were kids. Down to the freaking sprinkles. Oh my god.
We're gonna end on that note.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was really good.
That's really good. Fantastic. Tastes like the Dunkaroos. The original.
I mean, it's really sweet, so you can't have a lot of it, but...
Yeah, it's really sweet.
I'm so excited, like a little kid in a candy store. Oh, which, by the way, if you go back, just a little tidbit, go back, watch the original Willy Wonka, which I just showed him, with Gene Wilder. So the Candyman is in the store, and the kids are by the counter right here. And he's standing right here, and he goes to open the flap.
Smacks the shit out of the little girl.
The little girl standing there like here. She goes, oh, it smacks her right here. Let me see if I can find it quick and play it. Oh.
Can you finish it sometime?
Somebody's grumpy. Anyways, we love you guys. It's only 8:33.
I'm tired.
Is it 8:33?
Is it 8:33?
Yeah.
It's awesome. We lost an hour. It's just crazy.
I gotta get working for which I want to way. And
you gotta watch it. You gotta go and watch just that part.
She's standing like this, and he goes to open it and smacks her right in the face. That's when they're singing in there. But yeah, November 27th and 28th, real quick, at Buddy Boy's Winery in Duncannon, Pennsylvania. They're having a vendors event. It is also a winery, and I think they're going to have food that night as well. So come over from 11 to 4, both Saturday and Sunday. Do a little bit of Christmas shopping. All the vendors have homemade products. I'm going to be there. Steven's going to be there.
Yeah,
we're going to be representing the Haunty Mooners. I'm a crafter. I'm a homemaker. I'm a crafter. I'm super excited.
Crafter, homemaker?
I'm me. I'm me. I'm hoping my business cards come in by then. But other than that,
wow, still.
I just have to.
She's gonna kill it because her crafts are amazing.
I'm excited. I'm nervous as crap, but it'll be alright. All right, guys. We love you all so much. I hope you all had a fantastic Sunday fun day. We're trying to do a new schedule, so we're going to be on Saturdays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. hopefully an hour at a time. If not, we'll just jump on sporadically. Just keep us, close. Like, follow, like, share. We love you guys so much.
Love you.
Remember, you guys help us out. We're going to help you guys out. Keep bringing those suggestions in, especially where to travel. Creepy place, non-creepy place. You give the suggestion. You guys come with us. We'll have a great time.
Absolutely.
Good night, Juan. Thank
Juan.
you again so much for coming on to our live. We love you guys. Good night.
Night. That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. Bye. Oh, and go get your Dunkaroos icing. You need to stop being grumpy pants.